You ever feel like you're drowning in silence? Like you're surrounded by people, but still alone, still broken, still carrying that shit that doesn't even have a name? That's where Habani Renmei hits you, like a quiet whisper that turns into a scream in your soul. This ain't your typical anime. No explosions, no demons, no hype battles. Just raw, unfiltered healing, wrapped in wings and halos, and questions that doesn't have an easy answer. Most of y'all out here chasing closure like it's a prize, waiting for some perfect ending. But life doesn't work like that. Sometimes the shit you went through ain't gonna make sense. Sometimes forgiveness ain't loud. Sometimes peace ain't a celebration. It's a quiet-ass moment you barely notice until you realize, damn, I'm okay now. That's the power of the show. It walks you through a storm with no umbrellas, just trust that eventually the rain will stop. And if you stick with me, today, I'm telling you right now, you'll walk away understanding why the silence you hate, that void, it might be the very thing saving your life. Stay locked in, because I'm ripping the Band-Aid off every emotional scar you've been hiding. Hey there, I'm Michael Rashad Yearby with over 2 decades of performing maintenance operations in the United States Air Force, and I have a master's degree in organizational management. And as a master sergeant, I spent over 23 years learning exactly what moves people to greatness. Listen, I know you're tired of the motivational cliches, but what if the secret to finally leveling up your life has been hidden in your favorite anime all this time? What if? My job isn't just talking. I'm here to share powerful stories and actionable insights I discovered through anime. Real wisdom on teamwork, leadership, resilience, and personal growth. So buckle up. I guarantee you will never look at anime or your life the same way again. Let's build some momentum and support the channel by hitting the subscribe, like, and share buttons. Today, we're digging deep into something that most people run from. The healing that comes when you finally shut the hell up and sit with your pain. Yeah, I said it. Sit with your pain. Habani Renmei ain't just hype. It's about what happens when you stop pretending you're okay and actually deal with what's weighing you down. You might be surprised how much your healing has been trapped behind your own noise. You've been looking for a fix, a breakthrough, some loud-ass moment to tell you everything's fine. But sometimes growth whispers. Sometimes healing is invisible until it ain't. So stick with me. I'm about to flip your whole perspective on silence, grief and guilt, and the uncomfortable space where you don't know what's next. Let's jump right in. Point 1, the guilt that stays quiet. You ever carry guilt so heavy it feels like a second skin? Like you walk right into every room and that shit walks in with you before you even open your mouth? Habani Renmei doesn't sugarcoat that pain. It stares it dead in the face. Every character got some ghost haunting them. And the messed up part is, nobody tells them how to fix it. That's real life right there. No damn instruction manual. Just shame, regret, and silence. But you know what the show teaches us? Guilt don't go away just because you avoid it. You've been doing this for years, pushing it down, pretending you're good, staying busy just to drown out the noise. Nah, that ain't healing. That's self-destruction with a polite face. Raka, the main character, starts breaking the second she tries to act like everything is normal. That's the wake-up call. Healing starts when you stop pretending. When you say, yeah, I messed up. Or, I don't even know what I did, but I'm hurt. That shit is ugly. It's raw. But that's where it begins. You gotta own your pain before you can let it go. Otherwise, it owns you. I know it's scary, but if you can face that silence, sit in it without trying to run, you'll realize the noise in your life ain't healing you, it's hiding you. Point 2, you can't heal in a place that keeps hurting you. Look, I'm gonna be straight with you. If you're trying to grow in the same place that broke you, you're waiting and you're wasting your time. Habani Renmei shows us that sometimes you gotta walk away from the noise, the people, the habits that keep you stuck. You can't keep going back to the same toxic mindset, the same fake-ass friendships, the same inner circle or inner dialogue that tells you you ain't enough. Nah, fuck that. The characters in the show are literally trapped in this limbo town trying to make peace with something they don't even fully understand. Sounds familiar? That's you. That's all of us. You're trying to move forward, but still texting that ex, still comparing your life to everybody's on social media, still letting your old self write your new story. You gotta separate to elevate. You need to reset. That might mean cutting off what's familiar, especially if it's comfortable. Peace ain't gonna find you in the same place your pain lives. You're gonna burn the bridge if the other sides just want some more bullshit. And yeah, it hurts, but staying stuck hurts worse. Sometimes healing doesn't look like meditation or therapy. It looks like saying hell no to everything that might been bleeding you dry in silence. Point 3, forgiveness ain't pretty. It's fucking brutal. Everybody wants peace, but nobody wants to go through the fire to get it. Let me tell you this, forgiveness ain't some soft-ass, feel-good moment. It's war. It's you versus your ego. It's you choking down the urge to stay mad because being mad makes you feel powerful. And Haibane Renmei, forgiveness is never easy. It's complex. It's messy. And most of the time, it ain't even for the other person. It's for you. But here's the real. You keep holding on to all this pain, all this resentment like it's an armor, but really, it's just chains. And you wonder why you're tired all the damn time. You're carrying shit you was never meant to hold on forever. Some of y'all got beef with people who ain't even in your life anymore and still winning because they got space in your head. Forgiveness doesn't mean they were right. It means you're done with letting that moment control your life. It's an act of rebellion. It's you flipping the bird to the trauma and saying, you don't run me anymore. If that sounds like a fight, it's because it is. But I'd rather see you swing for peace than to keep hugging your pain like it's your identity. Point 4, not every question gets answered, and that's okay. Yo, you gotta stop acting like closure is something that's owed to you. Life doesn't work like that. It's not a Netflix series. You don't always get the last episode, the apology, or the reason why someone left. Just don't. Habani Renmei is a masterclass in showing you how to live with questions that may never get answered. And I know that eats you up. You sitting there at night thinking, why did they do that? Why wasn't I enough? Why did this shit happen to me? And the silence is deafening. But here's what the anime teaches you. Sometimes peace isn't getting the answers. Sometimes it's learning to breathe in the absence of it all. You out here pressing rewind on a series that you never gonna play out the way you want it. Stop it. That loop, you stuck in this mental prison. You want freedom, accept that not everything gets tied in a neat little bow. Some stories end without closure, but still get to live. You still get to move forward. You still get to write a new chapter, even if the last one didn't make any sense. That's real power. You keep chasing answers that don't exist, or you can choose to live free without them and trust that not knowing doesn't mean not healing. Point 5, your old identity is dead. Mourn that shit and move on. Let's stop playing. You ain't who you used to be, and that's not a damn tragedy. That's a graduation. But the reason you still feel stuck is because you're grieving the ghost of who you were. That's what Habani Renmei hits so damn hard. It shows what it's like to lose your old self, but still be haunted by their shadow. These characters wake up in a whole new world with no memories, no past, and they're scared, just like you. You missed you that didn't give a damn. You missed the version of you that knew who they were, even if the person was broken, reckless, or numb. And guess what? That version's dead and good riddance. The new you ain't met that yet because you're still throwing a pity party for the old one. Mourn that loss, ugly cry, scream, journal, break something if you have to, but then get the hell up and meet the person you're becoming. Cause that new version, they don't want to be held back by the funeral you keep throwing every damn day. Look, death ain't always physical. Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's spiritual, but you can't get reborn if you're still worshiping the corpse of your past self. Point 6, stillness ain't weakness, it's survival. Yo, if you think rest is weakness, congratulations. You've been bought into the dumbest lie the grind culture ever sold you. Habani Renmei slaps that myth straight in the face. It's not a show about doing more, it's about being and sitting still, feeling everything and surviving that. But most of y'all are so damn addicted to distractions, you think being still means being lazy. Nah, being still means facing the storm with no umbrella, just grit. The characters in this anime are not running marathons, they're surviving emotional earthquakes in silence, and that's harder than any hustle. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is not move. Just sit your ass down and feel the pain and let it run through you without trying to numb it. That's how real healing happens, in the quiet, when no one's watching you, when you ain't performing for Instagram or TikTok. You want to be strong. Learn to sit with your shit without flinching. That strength, that survival. You've been grinding so damn hard to avoid your own heart. But real momentum starts when you learn how to be still and not break. Point 7, community can't heal you if you keep lying to it. Let me hit you where it hurts. You say you want support, but you don't even tell people the truth? How the hell is anybody supposed to help you when you keep showing up with a fake ass smile and half-truths? How? Haibane Renmei is all about community. Those quiet, broken people trying to carry each other through some deep, invisible pain. But here's the real kicker. The only works if you stop fronting. You can't get healing from a circle you don't trust enough to be real with. Stop acting like vulnerability makes you weak. You showing up with a mask doesn't protect you. It just makes sure nobody can actually reach you. And then you wonder why you feel alone, even when you're surrounded by people. That's not their fault, that's you. Let people in, let them see the blood. That's how healing happens. Not with pretty words or inspirational quotes, but with messy, real ass truth. That kind that says, I'm not okay, and I mean it. You keep crying out for community, but if you ain't willing to be seen, then stop complaining that no one sees you. We started with the quiet guilt that clings to you like a second skin, then torn through the toxic places that keep hurting you, and dove deep into the ugly, brutal truth about forgiveness. We sat in the discomfort of unanswered questions, ripped off the mask of old identities, and straight up called out the lie that stillness is weakness. And finally, we exposed the real reason your community can't help you. You won't stop faking it. All these lessons ain't just plot points in Habani Renmei. They're mirrors reflecting the messy, raw, silent battles you fight every day. This ain't an anime review, it's a damn intervention. Everything we walk through paints the picture of healing and a process that ain't pretty, but it's real. And now you gotta ask yourself, are you actually ready to let go of the past, or are you just addicted to telling the story of your pain? Because healing doesn't happen in this episode. It happens in decisions. And your next one could change everything. Look, I don't make this episode to be soft. I made it to save somebody who's going through something. Not in some dramatic hero kind of way, but in the realest way possible. Because of Habani Renmei taught me anything, it's that quiet suffering is a killer. You're sitting in pain every day, performing like everything's cool, waiting on some magic to fix it. Guess what? Ain't nobody coming to save you. Not your job, not your ex, not your therapist. If you keep lying, healing is ugly. It's gritty, and it keeps you from work. But the good news, you ain't alone. That's what Zenroku is all about. This community, our community, is built for folks who've been overlooked, broken, or left behind. But we ain't staying there. We're climbing out together. So stop putting this off. Share this episode, leave a comment, join the crew. And if you felt even one line hit you in the chest today, I dare you, DAREU, to tell one person about it. Because comfort and that comfort zone are coffins. And healings, that's the mission. A war worth fighting. And I need warriors, not spectators. Let's fucking move. Peace, y'all.